It's hot. Here we are at Gridlife in Joliet, Illinois. I already got some footage of the montage stuff for the cars, so you already saw that. But now, let's go check out some racing.
Because it's such a wide gap from the camera. They just look larger.
Who?
Drill press.
Oh, yeah, yeah. So I can't explain to everybody out there how important it is to know for a fact that you can remove the filler before you actually start draining fluid, because I've seen that too many times, and
you have no transmission fluid.
well, then you don't have transmission fluid. You have to get your car towed to a company that can then you know, do the part that you can't anymore. So just making sure always.
Yeah. Got it?
Yep.
Dope.
Sometimes it'll snap. So depending on how good your tool is,
What'll snap? The bolt?
this
What?
will snap it. I've seen it. I literally saw it recently. And honestly, I might not want to use this one anymore.
Let me see. No, it's fine.
I don't know, man. That's a bubble right there. But regardless, make sure you can take out the filler before you start draining anything. Let's see. How much did I burn?
About 2 quarts.
Jesus.
About 2 quarts. That's rough.
That is rough. That is rough. Well, that's going straight, no filling it up. Going up to the 30% marker on the indicator for oil change. Or maintenance, should I say, marker. So that shows you how much of a K-series engine will burn oil, even with that, what was that, PVC or whatever that I replaced. So, yeah, got to keep an eye out on the oil.
For sure.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know how much, you know, obviously I didn't see any indicator or anything like that, so, but maybe.
I mean, it was still within operation.
Yeah.
It wasn't low.
I mean, I'm not seeing any kind of metal shavings or anything. So, if there was a problem, I definitely would see some kind of metal shavings, and I'm not. So.
Right. Yeah, I think you're fine. Dude, I've had way less than that.
Oh, yeah.
When I was driving the Gallant, I ended up with like a quart left.
That's
like the first time I did it, there was a quart left. And my guy that was doing it was like, you got to do this more often. And I was like, I don't know. Because I didn't really pay attention back then.
Right.
So how does we just finish the oil? We finished the transmission.
Yeah, getting ready for that track day, man.
What are we doing now, man?
Well, you know, with all modifications comes some issues, right?
Right.
You just didn't hope they would come up the few days before the actual track event.
Right.
So, you know, no complications in the oil change, no complications in the transmission fluid flush. That's all usually pretty good. But complications in the brakes, you know, the amazing, I don't give a shit if they're not $3,000 brakes. If I paid $1,100, almost $1,200, I really don't want to have issues where they sound like they're grinding.
They definitely do.
Oh, that's too big. Interesting. So, what I want is, I want to make sure when I get my stuff, that's weird. Why was that one loose? I know I tightened them all.
Also loose.
I know I tightened them all, so that's a little scary. I wonder if the spacer is complete shit. But when I get my stuff done, I don't want a week before I have to go do something, figure out that doesn't sound like it's as bad as it was.
Not at all.
Definitely the heat shield's not touching anywhere.
Right.
This is not loose. That's a 19. Those aren't loose. So what was going on, huh?
Because it was definitely...
I mean, you heard it.
While it was moving.
Yeah. Everything's on there good. All the pins are good on there. That brace for the...
It sounded like something was like not straight.
Yeah.
It sounded like a warped rotor, but it's not that. It's a brand new rotor.
I mean, listen, can it be a warped rotor? It always can be, even if it is brand new. But it sure don't sound like it.
Well, hold on. Keep doing it.
And it sounds like it might be.
Yeah, it sounds like it's not straight.
And it...
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. You can even see it, unless it's just this is badly... But no, you can even hear it. But I mean, when it's rotating, it's sure, like... I mean, I'm looking at it and I can see it. Unless it's just due to how this is cut, the vents, the veins, or whatever you want to call them. The ventilation.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely cut weird. So there's no question there.
But I feel like even the sound...
Yeah, it sounds like it's not. It's contacting more in some spots and less in some spots. Maybe it's not on straight. Maybe you just take it off, put it back on with the spacers. The spacer.
Well, that means I have to take off the whole
No.
caliper.
I just mean like take the spacer off, make sure it's straight. You know what I mean? Just like loosen it.
Well, the spacer doesn't actually affect...
It presses the rotor down, right?
Yeah, it presses the rotor down, but like, it doesn't actually...
What? I mean, if you got something that you know is straight, if you can put that on there, just make sure it's. I bet that wouldn't affect that.
Yeah, no, I mean that shouldn't affect them. All right,
Maiden voyage.
quick drive to see if we got the same stupid shit happening. Because like it just started today, it didn't happen.
Take it easy. Have a wonderful day.
I don't hear it.
I don't either.
Let's see if
Maybe add some speed.
add some speed real quick.
And maybe it's after you use the brake.
Maybe. So let's give that a shot, right? Brakes used. I don't hear it.
Sounds good.
Let's do a little.
Sir, put your seatbelt on. Sir.
I know, bad examples. Let's give it a little aggressive turn / driving, right? Brakes, turn.
Here, let's close the windows.
Let's
Get rid of the wind noise.
Yeah, maybe. Okay.
Sounds good. Sounds real good.
Let's do a little bit more. Just a few more. Because I mean, we drove a little bit.
Right.
You know,
it's true.
We drove, so we utilized the brakes.
Right.
So
A
let's.
little heat in them.
Yeah. I mean, it was pretty.
It was noticeable.
It was
noticeable.
It wasn't a joke. I mean, maybe because the lug nuts were a little loose.
Could be.
But I don't know why they were loose, because I know 100% I tightened them. So that now concerns me, is what's going on. Are the spacers shit, you know? Are they garbage?
I mean,
Being on a racetrack with spacers?
I don't think they're garbage. I mean, I feel like granted, you haven't driven them as rough as you will on the track, but I feel like you've driven them pretty rough.
I'm not hearing it, man.
I don't either.
I mean, even that little bit of
I
side
think
to
we're
side.
solid. I think we're
Looks like it's good. Should be ready for some Gridlife track day picnic. That's it for this vlog. I had tons of fun at Gridlife. Too bad you couldn't join me. That was a fun time at the Joliet.
Oh, what are you talking about?
Yeah, and I'll have even more fun now that I'm going to be on the track again. Too bad coilovers didn't show up. We'll talk about them when we
5 to 6 weeks.
talk about the coilovers.
5 to 6 weeks is a really long 2 to 3 weeks.
Look out for the coilover video. That should be coming out in a few weeks. And then stay tuned for the track day video.
Videos.
Videos.
It's going to be a lot.